Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a while. We've got more Travis Scott updates. 3 things to report and talk about today. Number 1, Travis Scott has been replaced at Coachella. What does that mean legally? Number 2, Travis Scott has been fired by Dior. What does that mean legally? Number 3, Travis Scott has been sued in France for copyright infringement for 6 figures. What does that mean legally? As always, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get started. As usual, we start with a lawyer joke. Do you know how many lawyers it takes to screw in a light bulb? 3. 1 to turn the bulb, another to shake him off the ladder, and a third to sue the ladder company. So let's get going. So part 1 of the video today, Travis Scott is being replaced at Coachella 2022 by, some rumors say Post Malone, some rumors say Billie Eilish. I don't know if this has been finalized. I don't really care. That's not the point. That's not what I want to talk about. This has been news for a couple of weeks. It's probably been, well reported. Travis Scott, in fact, also offered to play his Coachella performance for free. That's a little bit more legally relevant, but we're still not really at the interesting part. The interesting part here for me is that Coachella is willing to, and may in fact be paying, a kill fee to make Travis go away. So for those of you who may not be in the music business, you can think of a kill fee as something like, say you've ever bought a house, or say you've ever put a down payment on something, and then you change your mind, right? You enter into a contract to buy a house, then you back out a couple weeks later. Well, they keep your earnest money. Say you put a down payment on something, and then you change your mind. They keep the down payment. This is what a kill fee is Coachella is paying Travis Scott. They're paying him to terminate the contract. That is reported to be up to 25% of what he would have earned as a headlining artist at Coachella. Now, Travis offered to do his whole set for free. Fine. Coachella said no. They, in fact, are paying him to go away. Why does this matter? Why is this legally relevant? This goes to something that I talked about several weeks ago, and surprise, surprise, another one of my predictions is coming to pass here, which is the man is going to be uninsurable for concerts going forward. Coachella is saying having Travis Scott play at our festival is not only so bad, is not only so value negative that we won't take it for free, that we're actually willing to pay him to go away. We're willing to pay him 25% of the value of what he would have gotten for performing. We're willing to write him a check for that much to not perform. Let that sink in for a minute. What that tells you about the value calculus of the people who run the Coachella Music Festival, that they are willing to pay Travis Scott to not perform at their festival. Think of what other festivals are doing if that's what Coachella, which is one of the most successful music festivals in the US or in the world, they're not stupid. They understand festivals and they understand insurance and they understand expected value and expected return and potential costs and liabilities and et cetera, et cetera. These are not stupid people. The prediction of Travis Scott being potentially uninsurable, of potentially being a 100% studio artist from here on out, we're one step closer to that prediction coming to pass. So again, come at me in the comments, but I've been right several times. I would predict more festivals saying no to Travis Scott. And he's lucky that he was even on the contract at Coachella to begin with, because at least he gets the kill fee. If he has to perform at a future festival, they just may tell him go away. All right, part 2, Dior has now fired Travis Scott. The Cactus Jack Dior collaboration is terminated, it's gone, it is no more. I want to tell you a little story. The Astroworld tragedy happened. Fortnite and a few other brands cut Travis Scott out, fired him, got rid of him. The fanboys said, no, that's not really a big deal. Then Anheuser-Busch, the 800-pound gorilla, AB InBev, biggest alcoholic beverage company in the world, terminated Travis Scott's seltzer. The fanboys again said, no, it wasn't selling very well. It tasted like crap anyway. I don't know, maybe that's true. And excuse, blah, blah, blah. Now Dior is terminating Travis Scott. I don't know what the excuse is going to be this time, but I'm looking forward to hearing it. Are you noticing a pattern here? 3 dominoes have fallen. I'm expecting to see more. When is Nike going to happen? Don't know, but I'll bet you it's coming. What's the legally relevant bit here? Well, you should have watched my video on morals clauses talking about how these companies could terminate the contract if they wanted to. At least Dior, Anheuser-Busch, and several others have contracts with Travis Scott that allowed them sufficient latitude to get out of their contracts based on Astroworld. Now, given the track record, given those big companies have been able to get out of it, I'll bet you the other ones are too. Nike probably has no less leverage with Travis Scott than Dior or AB InBev did, and if they can get out of it, Nike can probably get out of it too. So again, I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm betting you that this isn't the last domino to fall. I would fully expect to see more terminations in the future, more collabs getting thrown by the wayside, postponed indefinitely, terminated, whatever you want to call it. All right, so part 3 of this video is Travis Scott is facing even more lawsuits, but this one's not over Astroworld. This one is over Travis Scott allegedly stealing some artist's intellectual property in France.
Vive la France. Vive la liberté.
For one of his first album or mixtape covers, it's a centaur with a Travis Scott head, and there's like a cactus or something like that. I saw a picture of it briefly when I was researching for this. I have no idea whether this is a big deal, small deal, medium deal. I really don't know anything about IP law in France. So if you live in France or you're French and you know something about intellectual property lawsuits and you can read this and kind of get a sense for whether this is a big deal, whether this is likely to succeed, sort of what your thoughts are, I'd love to hear from you. If you're a French lawyer and you watch my channel, I'd love to do an interview. We'll throw it on YouTube and see if we can figure out whether this is a big deal, how important it is, how likely it is to succeed, that kind of thing. As always, if you're enjoying the channel, give a like, give a subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.